Okay, Reggie, before we get going into today's segment, is there anything that you want to speak on or talk about first?
Well, of course, we got to shout out our Pisces. It's the Pisces gang birthdays. So all you Aquarius, I hope y'all had a great birthday month. But it's time for the Pisces gang. So all you Pisces gangs from Bomb First, happy birthday and much respect. Also, I know I've been promising you, those of y'all that don't care, it's all good, I understand. But there's a few people that like Lil Reg. And, want to support Lil Reg. For those that y'all do, and like I said, if you want an autograph book, you can go on the Bomb Site website channel or the Bomb Site website, and you can purchase it. This way you also can purchase the t-shirts. And you at the same location, you can purchase it. And what I'm going to do for the first 10 or 15 people that wants the autograph signed book from your boy Reggie Wright, we're going to do it every Monday. We're going to go ahead and authenticate them and call your name out and tell you that this book is on the way to you on every show on Monday. So for those of y'all want to authenticate it, autograph book for Reggie Wright for whatever reason, to throw darts at or whatever. I get it. Then we'll do that. You can purchase it on the Bomb. Yeah, y'all know the name. Bomb First website. All right. I better get serious now. Man, I just want to throw a special rest in peace and shout out. I know a lot of y'all might think it's a little hypocritical, but one thing I always told y'all that I liked about Biggie Small, if y'all ever really listen to Reggie Wright, I always tell y'all I love the respect and admiration he had for his mother.
You know, Reggie, ever since the City situation happened and we've been covering it ongoing, it reminds me how important it is to have a good lawyer on your team. That's why I'm glad to bring to you Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They have over 1,000 attorneys operating in all 50 states, and when you are seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan don't settle for the lowball offers. They fight for every dollar you deserve if you become their client. Just recently, they achieved some significant verdicts for their clients, $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $26 million in Philadelphia, which is over 40 times the highest insurance offer. With Morgan & Morgan, there's no upfront costs and the fee is absolutely free unless you win. And it only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. If you've ever been seriously injured, your case can be worth millions, and you're only a few clicks away from finding out if you could change your life. It's easy to start your claim now. You can visit forthepeople.com/bomb, or you can scan the QR code with your phone's camera in the corner.
I told you I knew nothing about Biggie Small other than his music and the beef and all of that we all, saw play out in the 95, 96. But I saw a documentary one time where his mother said Biggie Small and her got into a little disagreement, and they had a little thing where they wouldn't tell each other goodbye on the phone without telling each other that they love him. And she put the phone down because she was mad at him. She disagreed with something she said. She said an hour later, she came back to that phone. He was still sitting on that phone waiting for her to come back and pick up the phone. Because neither one of them wanted to be the first one to hang up the phone without telling each other they loved them. And I told y'all, once I heard that story, that made me look at Biggie Small in a different light. So I know there's going to be a lot of quacks and jokes and all that, but how you hypocritical, the way you talk about him and all that, well, I call the good and the bad. And so shout out to Miss Wallace. Rest in peace. Sorry. 72, you guys, is too young to be gone. 72. Wow. One thing I like about Miss Wallace, one thing we got to give Miss Wallace credit for. In fact, I don't know how the New York laws work, but I know in California, if you don't have a will or a trust, and it showed me that Biggie must have had something going on with his attorneys and stuff, where he had something going on because Biggie was married and Biggie had kids. And for her to be in charge of the estate, It's either a shout out to the kids' mothers that he had, or shout out to Faith for allowing her to have so much control. Because most of you don't know that's married or have kids now. Man, your parents don't get control over your access and stuff like that, like she apparently had. Now, you can designate it, and maybe Biggie did that. We wasn't too sharp in the 90s to do that. Now we should. But I love how that lady took his estate, kept it respectable, didn't let anybody abuse it, didn't let no gay stuff be the Biggie to be no spokesperson over gay stuff. Well, that's another story. For those of y'all would know what I'm talking about. But and stuff like that to generate money. And I think the worth of Biggie's estate right now is reported like 160, 170 million dollars. And when he died, it was only like 10 million, if that. And so she did a great job of keeping that name going and working that estate. And so, because I know she was the one in charge. But I brought up Faith's name because generally if you don't have a will or a trust in place, it usually goes to the wife. But I think New York law is a little different than California. I think only a third automatically goes to the wife, where in California, generally 50%, if not all, on certain things. But shout out to them for continuing to have Biggie's estate looks the way it does. Other than that, John, let's get going to this week.
Okay, Reggie, speaking of Faith, did you see the interview that Suge did recently on YouTube where he spoke about how everything came together when it came to Tupac hooking up with Faith? Did you see that, and do you have any thoughts?
Man. Well, you getting like obsessed with asking everybody to have something to do about Faith. I swear I ain't never know nobody that went on that channel that didn't get a Faith question. Okay, I addressed it before, but I'll address it again. Because I did catch a lie. I mean, somebody lying. I'm not going to sit up here and say who. But don't y'all remember a video done by the groupie? Where the groupie talked about the Hollywood Athletic Club and all of that, and how he was there and with Tupac when Tupac and Faith met and hooked up and all of that. And I was like, huh? That ain't how it happened. Faith came up to the studio. That was the first time they really kind of saw each other. Came up there to do a song. And I said, what? But the groupie was like, no, they hooked up that night. And I'm not saying, we all know. And like I just tried to tell you about the groupie and all the other motherfuckers. They see pictures and stuff online, and then they develop a story from it. Because it's hard to refute, right? So the groupie put out there how he was there and they were hooking up and they talked because he saw a motherfucking picture. This picture right here that was taken at the Hollywood Athletic Club. And he wanted to institute himself like he was there and he was hanging out with them and they hooked up that night and all that. Okay. That's the groupie version, right? How I remembered it. And then Suge Knight, shout out to Suge Knight. I mean, how many of the stories y'all done heard Suge Knight tell that y'all done heard over here from Bomb First? I know Reggie don't know nothing. He was just a janitor. Well, I bet you I can take up 15 things that y'all done heard before that Suge said word for word, just like Reggie told y'all, things went down. One day we'll do it, break it down, show y'all the different things that I have said and put dates on it. And then what Suge said, like the Lucky 7 distribution company and all of that. I can break down so many different things. Okay. But that ain't what we're here for today. So, Suge told y'all a different story of Misa. For y'all don't know who he was talking about. When he was asked, when he said the young lady that was her friend, he was talking about Misa, Puffy baby mama. Okay. And they were cool. They came up to the studio, as I told the story before. They came up there together. And then that's when they did the song, I wonder why they call you bitch, right? It wasn't able to get clear. So they put somebody else on it, on the song. I forget who it was, Michelet, or I don't think it was Michelet. Either Val or, I don't know, John know all of that shit. But anyway, they put one of the other females on the hook to sing the song. But it was Faith that was originally going to be on the song. But Arista wouldn't clear it for Tupac and, and Suge and them. And so I told y'all that's when they hooked up. How they hooked up, and Suge say that he made it happen. I know Misa was involved in getting her down there. Suge said he made it happen because Pac said, because Pac told him, hey, you can make anything happen. Well, I want you to get Faith up here. And he said he made it happen. That Suge version. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, I don't know who to believe on this situation. That's how I remember it. That's how I saw. So I'm riding with Suge Knight. But I know a lot of y'all gonna say, oh no, what the groupie said is the truth. And that's when it happened and all of that. If y'all go and listen to the versions, that's not how Suge said. That's not how Suge say Pac, met Faith. But I'm not gonna sit up here and try to make sure mouth the prayer book, because I know a lot of things that he say, he be adding salt on it to make Suge Knight look good or whatever, or to protect people. Did y'all catch? I'm surprised nobody asked. Surprised John didn't ask who the young lady, who he was speaking on, who he was talking about, that he got with Mama and the young lady. I don't know. I think it was Chili when he was talking about on the Left Eye story, but who knows? I don't know. I ain't here for snitching. But that's all I want to say. But all I want to say is those are two different versions that's out there about how Tupac and Faith hooked up. We heard Drew Down version. We heard so many different people, different versions. I'm one that believed 99.9% that they did hook up. Definitely went into an area where they were possibly going to hook up. But as y'all boy, Wack 100 said, if you wasn't in there, you didn't see it with your own eyes, how do you 100% knows? So I'll have to stand by that. But 99.9% chance, I'll bet my life on it that it did happen. So that'll be my answer to that part, John. But what I will end it on here, and y'all tell me who she's talking about on this song.
But now I slipped up, and while your friend was around, I gave him a taste of my love. I know that I broke your trust for a night of love, but don't let that break us up.
Y'all tell me who she's talking about. If this evidence enough for me right here, Faith put it in her own words. Peace, Bomb first.